Hello and welcome back in this very special and requested video. So I received a cool Honda engine request by actually a username or a cool fan. His username actually is related to a Honda. His username is VTEC Kicks in. Amazing username for a Honda fan. He requested a Honda D16Z6 engine, single overhead cam, 16 valves, very basic and very cool at the same time. So this is the legendary Honda D16Z6. It's an inline 4 engine aluminum block, 75mm on the bore, 90mm on the stroke, which equals 1590cc engine, or you can say 1.6 liter. Single overhead cam with 4 valves per cylinder, which means 16 valves. We have aluminum head material with variable valve lift, cast iron crankshaft, and heavy duty forged connecting rods and forged pistons. If you are wondering why I've chosen forged or heavy duty forged, I'm not really sure about the internals of this engine, but I think they are cast maybe in real life, because I did not see anything. No one mentioned anything on Wikipedia about the internals. But because this engine has a very long stroke, as you can see 90mm and 75 on the bore. 90 is too much, and the red line of this engine, or the max RPM, is 7,400, and using regular cast internals, you know, they couldn't reach that speed without exploding. So I had to choose forged pistons and heavy duty forged connecting rods, so I can go to 7,400 RPM like the real engine. Maybe in real life they are using heavy, high quality cast internals. I'm not really sure, but I've chosen forged pistons and heavy duty forged connecting rods, so I can go, you know, the easy way and the cheapest way, because I don't want to push the quality too much, because I'm really looking forward to use this engine in a car in future videos, because this engine makes good amount of power and torque for a 1.6 liter. Moving on, we have 9.2 to 1 is the compression ratio. This is the official compression ratio, with 43 on the cam profile and 65 on the variable valve lift profile. And also we have variable valve timing, with the variable valve lift equals VTEC Kicks in the VTEC technology. Zero quality on the valves and the heads and everything, naturally aspirated of course. Multi-point fuel injection with single throttle body and standard intake manifold. Regular 91 octane is needed here, so I can make it like the real engine to run on normal fuel. And 14.0 is the air fuel ratio, with 92 on the ignition timing. A little bit advanced, not a little bit, too much advanced on the ignition timing. I also had to use this kind of timing so I can make the correct power and torque figures. As I said, 7,400 is the RPM limit here, with zero quality on the fuel system. Short cast single exhaust pipe with 50.8 millimeters on the exhaust, or you can say 2-inch exhaust diameters. We have a 3-way catalytic converter with non-first muffler and second reverse muffler, you know, like the real car. I think I'm not really sure about the car, but I always see Hondas with reverse flow mufflers at the end of their exhaust system. I'm not really sure in the middle if there's another muffler or a resonator or something, but I always see the reverse flow, so I'm gonna use, like the real car, a reverse flow in the back. And yes, you are seeing it correctly, plus 15 quality on the exhaust. Also for the same reason, to get the maximum power and torque like the real engine. Not the maximum, to get the real power and torque figures. I mean, if I want to push it even more, it's easy. I mean, if you can do a little bit of modification, this engine will make much higher power. So this is the final result: 127.7 horsepower at 7,100 RPM and 108.1 pound-feet of torque at 5,000 RPM. The RPM peaks, or the power peak and the torque peak, are a little bit different, a little hair different from the real engine, but the numbers are real like the real engine. So we have the reliability is very good, the service cost is really minimum, and it has good fuel economy. We are using all the octane, the engine emissions are low, the engineering time is very acceptable, the engine is very lightweight, 100 kilograms only. I'm not really sure about the real engine, but I think this got lighter because I've chosen the forged pistons and heavy duty forged connecting rods and aluminium block and aluminium heads. All of this equals a really lightweight engine. So what we have here, the engine is really quiet, 27 points, very quiet, and it's responsive, which is good for a standard intake manifold, and has good smoothness to it, not bad at all. It's powerful, it's torquey, it can rev high, which is good. I mean, I really like this engine, and remember, this is a single overhead cam engine. I mean, I love single overhead cams, but I also love the dual overhead camshaft, because in real life, dual overhead camshaft makes a lovely noise from the exhaust, and of course from the induction too. But single ones are just amazing as the dual ones. They can make good power. If you turbocharge this beast, you will make tons of power from this single overhead camshaft. But I prefer the dual one. And actually, there are a lot of versions from this engine. This D16, there are a lot of versions of it. There's the Z7, the Z5, the Z4. There is a D17, D15, a lot of D engines from Honda. So let's fire up this beast. As you can hear, it sounds very similar to the real engine, very quiet, very elegant at idle. It makes 81 pound-feet of torque at idle and 15 horsepower at idle. It idles at 1000 RPM, a little bit high. It should be around 800 in real life. VTEC normal. Everything is normal, and VTEC. This engine is an absolute beast from the factory. Only 1.6 liter, like the milk jug in my refrigerator right now, and it makes 127 horsepower. Absolutely amazing. So this is the engine, as you can see. Let's see the internals of it. As you can see, it looks very nice. A single overhead camshaft with these gorgeous looking 4 valves. I mean, it looks very elegant and very good at the same time. These pistons with the grooves in them for the 4 valves. And look at those connecting rods, thick and heavy duty, and that cast iron crankshaft. It looks very balanced and very good. What's really impressive about this engine, that it's making the headers glow really hot red, which is good. I mean, when in automation, any engine that makes any head, especially the short cast one, you know, if you can make it glow red hot from the factory settings, that means this engine is good. And as I said before, the engine is only 1.6 liter and it's making 127 horsepower and 100 pound-feet of torque, 108 actually, which is good. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, get subscribed if you are new to my channel, and request cool engines like this one and even more cool, and I will make it as soon as possible. And of course, if you want to share the video, you can share it, it's okay, and I will see you very soon. And thank you so much, Mr. VTEC Kicks in, for your cool and amazing request. I'm gonna see you very soon with more cool requests like this one and even more. So thank you so much, and goodbye for now, my friends.